Hello, beautiful people. I am Dominique Bonne, and this is the Cosmic Love Tarot, where we talk everything the tarot, spirituality, and divination, of course. In today's reading, I wanted to do a bit of a darker theme. That's why you're not used to seeing me like this with a bit of darker makeup, but I thought it'd be fun to experiment and try out something new. Today's reading is going to be secrets, hidden messages, things that are being kept from you. You know, the tarot is such a beautiful tool to kind of be able to embark in the world of feeling and not seeing, you know. We are in such a world where everything needs to be logical, needs to be seen to be believed. But I really believe in the nuances of everything that is around us that we can't see, but we can feel. And the tarot is a great tool to get to that or to channel that. So without further ado, if you don't know how to work these readings, I will have a few piles set up for you, and you can pick the one that strongly resonates with you, with your intuition, with your heart, and then you pick that pile and you get your reading. And if you by any chance feel called to more than one pile, be my guest and also check into another reading as well. So without further ado, let's get to the reading. I'm really excited for this one. Hopefully you are too. Hi, beautiful people. These are going to be the options for today. We have group number 1. By the way, before I start, these are all my illustrations. If you're interested in getting a print, comment down below, so I'll put these two in my Etsy shop. I have this one, the koi fish. But let's get into it, shall we? So this is going to be group number 1. Really beautiful girl's head. And she's going to be accompanied by the amethyst crystal. Then we have group number 2. As I said, the really nice koi fish, accompanied by the lapis lazuli. I love this one. This one has like a little bit of gold in it. Really beautiful. And then group number 3, last but not least, we have this really nice girly from the back, accompanied by one of my ultimate favorite crystals, the clear quartz point. Look how beautiful she is. Perfect. So these are going to be your choices for today. And I already will say sorry for the hard shadow that's cast. But I'm trying something new with how I film my videos. So hopefully that's not too bothering for you. But anyway, I'm really excited for the reading. And let's come and accompany me on your tarot reading. Bye bye. I'll see you very soon. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the girly head and the beautiful amethyst. Let's pick out some astrology pebbles to help us with this journey of this reading. Okay, we have the Virgo pebble, the Pisces pebble, the Libra pebble, and the Taurus pebble. So really a mix of earth and air. Interesting. Let's put them, where shall we put them? Put them here. You don't have to be any of these signs. Also the Pisces, some water too. Some air, water, earth. Yeah, you don't have to be any of these signs, but it's just nice to get a little overall energetic help with the reading, right? So let's put your beautiful illustration and crystal on the side here. Perfect. They're going to be in the lighting because I'm covering the camera with my shadow. Okay, let's see what is coming for you. What secrets, what secrets are hidden from group number one? What secrets are hidden from group number one? Alright. What secrets are being kept hidden from group number one? What are they not seeing? What are they not seeing? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Right. This is a lot, so I'll put some of them back. Alright. Of course, the moon card came out for you. This is the cards of secrets, mystery, and hidden messages. So, interesting. So, these are going to be your cards. Let me get their energy. Let me meditate on them for a second. Alright. Okay, let me start with the major arcana cards, which are the Hanged Man and also the Moon card. The Moon is in reverse, so this really makes me feel that other people outside yourself are keeping secrets from you, or are, I hear whispers, I hear kind of like gossip in some type of way. You know, gossip like can be a bad thing, but it's also really beautiful to prove people wrong when they gossip about you. You know, I don't have to say you have to do anything to prove anyone wrong, you know, like you do it for yourself, but it's that much more rewarding when you prove everyone wrong, when you think they know better in some type of way. Yeah, I feel this is about your career and your goals, that you have really outrageous dreams, or you have really like big ambitions, especially with the Nine of Cups. You have a lot of goals that you want to be completed, and a lot of people feel that they're unrealistic expectations, but I feel like you know better. You really do know better, and you know what you want, and I want to be here and support you and say that what you want, it's there for you, for the taking. You know, you just have to imagine it, and somehow if you follow yourself and you follow your intuition, you find a way to get exactly what you need instead of what you want, you know. So I really do feel with the Moon card, people have been have been gossiping behind your back, for sure, for sure. The Hangman, I think, like I said, you see things from a different perspective. Like, you don't see things from the perspective where everyone thinks, like, is this realistic? Is this gonna give me money? Is this gonna give me stability? Like, I don't see you really caring about all that. You know, they're not that much Pentacle cards. They're not that much material realm cards. There are a lot of fire cards and emotional cards. So you're really busy thinking about your passions, your goals, and how can I get to my goals. And like, first, yeah, especially also with this girl with the head in the clouds, like, you have your head in the clouds, like, you have ambitions, you have dreams that you want to make true, and, you know, like, who is anyone to tell you those cannot be true? Like, why can you not live out your dreams, you know? Like, it looks, in daily life, it looks like really tiny steps at a time, like just incorporating tiny bits in your daily activities or in your weekly activities. Like, dreams, like, happen like little grains of rice at a time. Like, it's not like a whole bowl that you get, you know. It's just like a little bit at a time, making like a difference in the long run. And I see with the Hangman, like, you've really been experimenting with that thought pattern. You have self-reflected. You have come to the conclusion where looking at things from a different perspective and maybe different thinking pattern is going to get you to different places. And you are correct. You are correct, my beautiful group number one, that looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things from the bigger picture, and not being hard on yourself, not being punishing on yourself for not doing enough, is the way to go. And I see I've been practicing a lot of self-love. I was, that's funny, group number one, because I was kind of debating if I should do a video about self-love. Maybe I will still do it for the next reading. But I see you are really busy with self-love. The Ace of Cups for me is the card of self-love, is a card of abundance of the self, and really putting emotional care into you. And this can look in so many different ways. Self-love is practice is so specific to the individual, it's so specific to you and how you take care of yourself. This can look like exercise, this can look like cooking healthy meals, this can look like face masks, this can look like I don't know, I'm saying all these examples that are self-love for me, but hey, you know, they're like, I mean, things like cleaning your shoes, like taking care of your clothes, taking care of your plants, cleaning your house. Those are all forms of self-love, you know. I always see like your house being like a little house on a snail, and everything in your surroundings is a representation and a reflection of you as well. So taking care of the things around you is taking care of yourself in some type of way as well. I really see that. And I see that you see that too. And, you know, you want to be in a cared environment because that's a reflection of who you are and how you care for yourself. And it's the little things that matter at the end, I feel like. Yeah. So, perfect. Yeah, I feel like there's been some stress with you with your goals and your ambition. Like, you have a lot of goals, but you feel they're kind of not falling into place. They're kind of like falling all around. It's messy. It's messy, especially with the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Wands in reverse. Like, you don't feel like you're achieving what you want to achieve. And I feel in the past, you kind of really put yourself down for not being where you want to be. But with the Hangman, I think you had like a really big change of perspective on that, or at least your guides are telling you and asking you to have a different perspective on goal gains. That it's the tiniest little things that actually matter and should be celebrated, and not the big goals. Like big goals, like having really big landmarks and getting to that is really beautiful. But the only way you get to that place is by doing a little bit at a time. And it's the little goals that matter. Like, for example, a big goal could be running a marathon, for example. And it's like the weekly runs or the everyday or the every second day runs that actually matter to the to achieve the goals to run the big marathon. Because if you don't do any training, you won't be able to do that. So it's kind of the training, and showing up to the training is the rewarding part of the process. So the cards are kind of asking me to tell you that, and to tell you that it's not the big gains at the end that matter, it's the tiny little progress. Okay, another secret that is being that you don't know about yourself, but you're a sunflower. I love this card. For me, this is Sagittarius energy, and I'm a Sag, so you know I gotta represent my people, my energy. You're a sunflower, babes. Like, you open up to the room, people are joyous to see you. You reflect the sun, you reflect the shining light, and people love that. People love to be around the sun. They love its warmth. At least that's what I think people love. But when you're in a good mood, you reflect that and you open up, and people love to be around you. And honestly, like, this can cause some jealousy or some nasty behavior behind your back. I do feel that, especially with the moon in reverse. Like, there's some people that really don't like you, and it's just for the fact because you show up as yourself and you shine your light. And some people find that triggering because they're not there yet in their journey. Like, they're not practicing the self-love, they're not investing all the energy, time, money into themselves as they should. And it can be really triggering for people to see that when like things work out for you. It's like, oh, why her? Like, why is she so positive? Why is she so shiny? You know, like, what am I like doing that I'm not doing? And you know, like, you went on a long road to get here. Like, you didn't take any shortcuts. Like, especially with the hangman, like, you did the reflection work, you did either the therapy, the journaling, the thinking. Like, you've been on this journey for a long while, and that comes with its blessings but also its challenges as well, you know. Like, you keep on growing, you keep on evolving, like, it just never stops. Like, you're a constant student of life, you're a student of the experience, and you understand that. You understand the bigger picture of the grand thing of things, and you're not stuck in the details. Or, you know, I was talking to my boyfriend the other day, and sometimes feel like people have, you know, as a horse, you have like these windshields. I don't know what it's called, but like these wind things, and you sometimes can get so stuck in the detail of things, in this kind of tunnel vision, which doesn't allow you to see the bigger picture. Yeah. And I used to have that really strong, where I would just like be detailed on everything that I'm focusing, be so focused on the experience that I lost track of like what's actually important, what's actually the bigger picture here, and which is your own happiness and like less stress in life, you know, and just enjoying your daily activities and going through life with ease. And just, yeah, you know, everyone has their bad days and there can be bad things to it, but it's invitations for us to grow into better people and to have more ease, invite more ease into our lives, you know. Like, that's truly like the goal, right? Like, you don't want to be stressed and full of like a piggy bank full of money, like, for what, you know? Like, to have like a heart attack when you're like super young because you've been so stressed your whole life. And yeah, so that's something to think about as well. You also have the Nine of Pentacles. Like, good on you, group number one. This is such an abundant card. Like, it's in the material abundant card. Like, which just goes to show you, if you just have an abundant mentality, abundance will just attract to you. Like, abundance wants to hang out with people that exude it, that are like, yes, I am abundant for myself. Like, I'm so grateful for everything I already have. Like, I honestly don't need anything more. And bam, like, those are the people that get rewarded with more abundance, because, you know, like, nobody wants a really needy person, right? Like, imagine like for attracting partners, like somebody who's so needy, like it just like puts you off, right? And the same with energies. When you're so chasing something so hard, when you're so needy for something, like the energy's like, nah, like I don't I don't have with that. I don't have with that. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about. Secrets of life, like I don't chase, I attract. Like, it's such a simple mantra, and it's like a mantra my sister uses really often and really works for her. Like, I don't chase, I attract, and really embodying that. I also feel that here with this card, with the Nine of Cups, it's definitely I don't chase, I attract type of vibe. Like, you're out here, like, you want to fill all your cups. You have so many goals, so many ambitions, like I said, and they're all getting filled like one droplet at a time. I'll zoom in on this card. Here, perfect. See how all these little droplets are filling the cups? And that's what I'm talking about, the metaphor about the grains of rice before, that, you know, like, cups get filled one droplet at a time, and it doesn't like fountain for suddenly like the whole cup is filled. No, like one droplet at a time, and then one day all your cups are gonna be filled, you know. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. Like, we are on a daily schedule, like it or not. This is how, like, I mean, you can always find your own schedule that works for you, but yeah, we are on an earth that has a sun attached to it, and the sun rises and falls, and we have day and night, and kind of we find I'm losing my thread here, but you know what I mean, right? So, like, we're on a daily activity, so like what we do every day matters in the long run. I kind of lost the thread there, but I hope you understand me. So beautiful, beautiful group number one. Should we do one more extra card to kind of finish us off and get us into the right mood? What's another secret group number one has to know? I feel this card popping up, so I'm gonna take it. Sorry, someone called me for a second there. But anyway, another secret for you is the Nine of Wands. Wow, you really are busy with your desires and your goals. That's really strong energy. The Nine of Wands is a warning card to not be doing too many projects, too many things at the same time, because it can cause burnout in the future. You want the long race, the long run race, you know. You want sustainability and stability at the end to, you know, this is not a sprint, this is a marathon, you know. And you don't want to be burnt out in a few months, in a few years, because you've been doing so much to yourself. You've really been taking out all the energy that you can. So although it's really good to challenge yourself and push yourself, but doing it too much, too soon, will cause burnout. So don't forget to enjoy and relax and add some relaxation into your daily routine, in your daily activity, in your even in your weekly, you know, one day where you do something really relaxing, going for a walk, not being busy with your goals and your achievements all the time. And honestly, I need to take this advice as well. So this is a good one. I hope you really enjoyed group number one, Secrets of the Tarot. If you really did, give it a like and comment what resonated with you. And if you want to see a self-love video, please tell me that and I will do it for you. I enjoyed so much giving you this reading, and I appreciate you so much, and I give you all the love in the world. And hopefully we see each other and we speak to each other very, very soon. Thank you so much, group number one. Bye. Bye-bye. Hello, group number two. You chose the beautiful koi fish illustration with the lapis lazuli crystal. Let's get some really beautiful astrology pebbles to help us with the reading. Okay. We have the Taurus, the Leo, the Virgo, and the Gemini. Okay, so we have 2 earth, 1 fire, 1 air. Okay, a good little mix of the signs. You don't have to be any of these astrological signs. It's just to help with the energies of the reading. Alright, getting a feel for them. We'll put them over here. And we'll put your beautiful illustration and crystal over here. So let's see, group number two, what secrets are being kept from you? What secrets are being kept from group number two? Spirit, please help me figure out. Whoa, she talkative. Yes. What secrets are being kept from group number? Oh my god. Are you a chatty person, group number two? Because the deck really seems to be super chatty with you. What secrets are being kept from group number two? Alright, thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see. Alright. Damn, group number two. You got some cards on you. Okay. I'm gonna fit the other ones. Okay, group number 2, let me reflect a bit on these cards and I'll come back to you. Right. Okay. Yeah. I see one of the really big secrets is that you're restarting a journey, that you're becoming the Fool again, which is the first card of the deck. You're restarting something, a journey. You know, us spiritual people, we spend a lot of time reflecting, evaluating, journaling, really taking a lot of time to level ourselves up in life, you know, to be better people for ourselves, the environment, the planet, and others. And sometimes you can grow out of a cycle. And the beautiful thing about this experience in life that you're constantly a student of life, so you're constantly learning new things. You every time you restart the cycle and there's something new, again new for you to learn, you know, after the world card, after the universe card, when the deck is done, the major arcana cycle is done, it goes back to the Fool, and this repeats until infinity. Again with the wheel, I think this talks a lot about cycles and maybe being stuck in cycles. I really see that, like the imagery as well, like the beginning of a cycle, a circle, a circle, a circle, you know. um, Group number 2, I don't really recommend this, but have you ever done psychedelics or anything like that? If you have, then you know how obvious it is that we live in cycles and that we repeat in cycles. And you don't even have to do plant medicine to figure that out. You can just look at the cycles of nature and how that repeats in our life. But often our behaviors, our patterns, and our cycles that we are doomed to repeat again and again until we find out what it actually is. And that's a really personal journey. Nobody can tell that. I cannot tell what it is for you, but a secret is that you're restarting a cycle that you thought you closed. And my intuition says it has something to do with romance and love. It talks also a lot about balancing. I think balancing what is yours and what is other people's energy, right? Let me get a bit like closer in on that. I think like self sabotage is definitely a really big cycle of yours. Maybe not feeling like you're deserving enough of your blessings. Yeah, and the imposter syndrome, you know, especially with the Eight of Swords cards, it's just such like a feeling stuck, a feeling of I'm not enough in some type of way, but it being really like self-imposed, you know. Mm. As you can see here, this person is blindfolded and surrounded by swords, and if they take the blindfold off, they can use the swords to get out of the situation. So you're kind of in a prison of your own thoughts, of your own failures in some type of way, and you don't realize like your own thinking can bring you out of it again. You're becoming, you're really, I feel like you're really like spiritually like really developed, but in some type of ways like still really naive. I think this could be something to do as well with maybe your inner child, and maybe your inner child calling out to you, and that being a thought that is not really being like cared for. Like maybe you've been hurt or you've had traumas from childhood, and instead of really talking to that and talking to that side of you, you've been kind of like letting it like ignoring it and being like, oh, shut up and shush, like what you have to say right now is not really important. And I feel like maybe you've been made feel like you're not important, or that your voice is not to be heard, or is not as interesting as, or as special as other voices, you know. And I feel like especially in the past, you seek that out in patterns, that pattern in partners too, like partners that have maybe not supported you and that you really thought that were the one, or were really like really like important for you, but you're actually bonding your own traumas onto them and repeating the same pattern over. And I'm sorry, group number 2, this is not a fun reading to have when you want like a whimsical secret reading, but sometimes we have to talk about hard things, especially like you chose the koi fish, and these two koi fish are swimming in circles. Do you feel that you're swimming in circles and you're doomed to repeat everything over and over again? There definitely is a way to get out of it. Like 100% is like healing your inner child, healing yourself, and choosing better for yourself, you know, and others as well. Because at the end of the day, people that hurt us, like, they have their own reasons, and they're somebody else's victim as well, you know. So it's not blaming, shifting the blame on other people is not the solution here. It's looking inwards. And most of the time, people that really hurt us, or we are really choose to as partners, they act as mirrors for our own behavior, our own shortcomings, to say, right? And I feel these mirrors have only helped you to like self-criticize, self-encapsulate, instead of really finding the value in it and being able to admire the beauty of being human and being imperfect, and really accepting that, and talking to your inner child, to your child self, and protecting that part of you. And not in an ego way where like your ego protects you from wanting to get hurt or anything like that. No, like protection in being your own guardian, being your own angel, you know, for your past self, looking out for that, and talking good words. I also see a lot of cards of balance. The Temperance is a card of balance. The Two of Pentacles is a card of balance. The cards really want to congratulate you, Secret, that you've been keeping really balanced, and that's really difficult to do. Like, as humans, we can get unbalanced rather quick, and being in a balanced position to take care of this emotional, really deep stuff is really difficult. Like, normally, like when you're in survival mode, or when you're just surviving, you don't have time to think about all this stuff, you know, all these cycles that you're repeating. You're just too busy trying to claw your way out of your situation. But once you find yourself in a balanced position, you can take these on. So again, like, you're not this naive person that started out when you were in the beginning of your journey. No, like, you're restarting again, and you're relearning yourself over and over again. Like, mind you, like, we are infinite, like, we're infinite beings. We're just stuck in this 3 dimension with this body, experiencing this body, you know. And we have infinite things to learn about ourselves. Like, different people, different situations can bring out new things in us, and can make us grow into the people that we want to be. And you're really learning to grow yourself again, like opening a new cycle again. 5 of Wands. Has there been a lot of like competition, secret competition, maybe in your work? People are secretly competing for your position, or secretly competing for something that you want. That's really interesting. What else? is this relating to? Because ones are talking about goals, right? And like 5 ones is some kind of like competition, like something really wanted. Do you have, ooh, all right. Do you have a partner that's really wanted, or someone that you're with or were that like everyone wanted like a piece of, and maybe that made you insecure or made you feel like you're not like good enough because like everyone wanted your partner and like why did they choose me, you know? That kind of way. I kind of feel that. Maybe it doesn't have to resonate with you, but I do feel that for some people, um, that I feel this group actually like you've been healing yourself thanks to the mirror of another person, and maybe in the past you've chosen like unhealthy relationships, but right now I feel like you're either in a relationship or you're kind of seeing someone that is like really bringing a mirror to you and really making you start anew and making you see yourself through a different lens. This could be also like friends, new friends as well. Like doesn't have to be romantic. It's just what I'm picking up. The High Priestess, especially in reverse. The High Priestess is a really special card. It's a card of shadows of the yeah. It's like this really mystical card of mystery and enigma. Like she represents the space between earth and the beyond, you know, that's between the sky and the universe, like this kind of liminal space. She represents that. So maybe like you're about to start your journey like again, and you're kind of in this in between position where you feel like stuck and you feel like you're not really proceeding, but maybe like often to start a cycle anew we need to sacrifice something, we need to shed our skin to really truly start again, you know. I feel like especially with the High Priestess in reverse, like sacrifice is required. Like what are you needing to sacrifice that's not really working for you anymore? It's actually keeping you stuck in your place. And this could be it doesn't have to be something physical. It can be something like a mental way of thinking. It can be the shedding of this pattern, this breaking of this pattern. And the way you break patterns is by realizing them and realizing, because the beautiful thing about patterns, you don't have to do much, because like they will come to you, you know, they will come again because you're in that pattern. And then once you realize that and you say like, oh no, like, oh my god, like this is like the situation the same as it was like a few years ago even, you know, like patterns can be repeated over years. Like we're sometimes so tunnel vision that we don't realize like these patterns have been going on for years, like years, and you don't realize that because you're just so stuck in the day-to-day activities of life, which like, you know, you should. You're human, like that's what we do. But I feel like a sacrifice needs to be made for you to be able to start your journey again and be again the fool, be the naive, lighthearted child that enters the world again. And you do this constantly, like the shedding of the skin. But I feel like for some reason you're finding this hard now to let go of this way of thinking or let go of, this way. But I wouldn't be too worried about it because you do have the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is such a beautiful card about emotional and spiritual balance. The Temperance, the original card of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot on the water. And that kind of symbolizes 1 foot in the spiritual realm and 1 foot in the physical realm, right? And that's the balance that we strive for, because you don't want to be like too much in the up in the clouds, too much in the spirituality, too much in the woo. Especially like I don't have TikTok, but like TikTok content trickles down to me through other platforms like YouTube and stuff, and you know, like all this really like delusional spirituality, I suppose, you know, like just people like really getting stuck in their own true delusions and like feeding on their own paranoia in some type of way. Like that's like 2 feet in the water, like too much. And like 2 feet on the ground is like being super logical, like just being like, no, like if I don't see it, I don't believe it, you know, like just being really like non non-open, just being really stuck in the physical realm, you know, like especially like sometimes it doesn't have to be, but like, I feel like older generations like can be less open-minded and less open-minded to the feelings. So that's the kind of like just being like really stuck in the physical and not like seeing anything like spiritual or anything other than what there is. And what you're striving for, and which is really commendable, is like having a bit of both, like having a bit of like using your own like logic and knowledge of your life experience to go forward, but also understanding that like not everything needs to be understood, not everything needs to be be explained. You can just feel something and know that is the right answer, and just having a sense of knowing sometimes is really, really important. Right. So the cards are really congratulating for you that that's definitely like a secret that maybe has been kept from you, that you're really a balanced person, and that's something to strive for. Like you want to be balanced, because like when you're balanced, you can look inwards and you can look within, and you have the time and the energy and the motivation to be able to do that. Because when you're unbalanced, like you gotta fix the balance first before you can like move on to more difficult stuff. And group number 2, like I want to tell you, like this is difficult stuff. Like this is like really emotional, like digging, like getting your hands dirty, like in your own like, you know, mind and consciousness. And it's hard stuff, but it's definitely worth it when like it's done. Like being able to feel lighter and being able to take care of yourself in an emotional way is one of the most beautiful things, like in my opinion. Especially, yeah, like fish like flowing in the water. I feel like maybe a good mantra to leave with you with is going with the flow against of feeling like you're going against it. Especially, you have some water imagery, and also the lapis lazuli talks about the third chakra, our voice, and voicing out what we need, but also being truthful to ourselves and others. Like, are you being truthful about all the things that you have you been lying to yourself in some type of way, like saying, oh no, like this is okay, like you know, like just excusing yourself, like you're maybe like not so nice behavior of yourself because of like excuses or little things like, oh yeah, it's just because of this, like, oh yeah, like, you know, like next time I'll do better because of that, you know. And being able to take accountability and be like, okay, yeah, I did this, and how am I gonna be better, how am I gonna like fuel this growth is through this, you know. So really hope that helps. And oh yeah, of course, I saved the best for last. You got the 10 of Pentacles, my dear. And the 10 of Pentacles is a beautiful, beautiful card. It's a card of abundance and material abundance. I also had like a similar card in group number 1. And it talks about once the mental clouds like pass and you're able to see your cycles, it's gonna be so rewarding. Like you're gonna be so proud of yourself, and rightfully so. Like being able to surpass like emotional like tar, emotional grog, and being able to clean that up, like water just flows so much more easier, you know. Like think about like a river flowing, and there's like all this like little sticks and mud and like stuff like that's stuck in the stones, and the water has so much more trouble being able to flow because like it's stuck at some places, and that just creates more and more like stuckness. And being able to like take the time and clear that out like makes the water flow, and like it's for nobody else's benefit than your own. Like that's the thing, like people usually like ignore this or don't do this because there's no like there's no financial benefit, like not immediately, maybe like, you know, butterfly effect towards it, but like no financial like gaining to this. Like there's no like really societal like gain to this. Like you're not like moving up in the world, you know, in some type of way, but you're you know what I mean, like, by I mean like status related, like you're not moving up in status by like working this out, but what you are doing, like you're moving up spiritually, and you're moving up in a way that you can by yourself and be like, yes, like I accept this person, like this is the person I want to be, and I take accountability for who I am and what I do, you know. And that is so powerful, and that powerful presence is felt, you know, like, you know, people quiver in their boots when like when they feel someone like that like they're not afraid of who they are, and they're not afraid of the growth and the challenges, and it makes you much more of an empathetic, like, real person. And like, honestly, it's something to strive for, and I feel it's something that should be so much more rewarded than most other things. But sadly, it isn't. That's why you're here doing tarot readings with me. But anyway, group number 2. I really enjoyed giving you this reading, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you did, please give me a like so I know how to make content like this for you more often. I love you so much, and I appreciate you so much. Like, you don't even know how much. And have a really, really great day, evening, or night. And I'll see you and hear you very, very soon. Bye-bye, group number 2. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose the beautiful girly and the clear quartz. Like I said before, this is one of my favorite crystals. Like, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Like, sometimes when I see these crystals, I want to imagine myself in a cave, like, filled with this, and then just imagine, like, the earth's abundance, and, like, wow, like, how lucky I am to have, like, a little piece of it, even though, like, ethically, maybe it's not the best thing, but then again, like, so many things are ethically not the best thing that we're doing. Anywho, I'm getting on a tangent. Let's start your reading. Right. Let's see what there is. Ooh, a Pisces. Oh my god, I got Pisces for all the 3 piles. So, yeah. Pisces, Queens, and Kings, I guess. An Aries, a Capricorn, and a Sag. Wow. You know, like, I'm a Sag, so every time Sag energy is present, I can't help but be so very happy. So we got some fire, some earth, some fire, some water. So this is gonna be our fieriest reading yet. So you don't have to be any of these signs, by the way. It's just for some energetical help, and just see what energies are present and what energies are gonna be into this reading. So let's put your beautiful illustration to the side. I don't have this particular print on my Etsy, but if you really want it, just comment down below and I will put it on my Etsy so you can have your very own copy of the print. So let's see. Group number 3, what secrets are being kept from you? Spirit, what secrets are being kept from group number 3? Spirit, what secrets are being kept from group number 3? Right. She talkative. Okay. Let's see what there is present. Right. Perfect. Okay, group number 3. Last but definitely not least, let me meditate a second on the cards and I'll come right back to you. Right. I just want to say, like, this is no secret, honestly, because, like, you know this very well. Like, the 10 of Cups, like, you've been emotionally, like, so fulfilled. And, like, you're gonna think, like, like, what is this girl talking about? But honestly, like, I really feel this, like, emotionally, like, you've been doing so well. Like, you've been taking care of yourself. Like, you've been so fulfilled. Like, maybe in different periods of your life, like, you were focused way more on the lacks of it, all of the lacks of what you like don't have or what you're missing, but you're really starting to utilize everything you have in your tools, all your tools that you have to create abundance in your life. And I feel like emotionally, like you've been really, really fulfilled in like a really deep way. Like this could be because yeah, like what makes us feel good, you know, like you've been feeling good, like maybe it's the sunshine, like in a lot of parts um in the eastern hemisphere, like the summer is coming, like sunshine can bring like the summer can bring such good like positive energies of the sun, and like you've been really feeling that. Like I feel like your gratitude for this earth, your gratitude for this weather, like, you know, like you've been feeling good, and that's no secret, that's definitely no secret. But I feel like other people have been clocking that, and yeah, group number 1 also had the moon in reverse, and like I feel like, because I did a tarot reading before doing this reading, like what kind of reading is gonna resonate the most, and secrets came up, like so that's why I'm doing it. But the moon in reverse like 2 times, like I really feel like people are like, again, like whispering, like just kind of like gossiping, like whispering about you, like you've been kind of like going to the beat of your own drum, you know. And honestly, like people don't really like that. They're like, oh, why is group number 3 doing like this different, like why is she so like this, or like why is he so like that, you know. So yeah, and I feel like you've not been giving a shite. Like you've not been really getting any F's about what anyone thinks. Like you really like don't have time for that. Like you have 2 meditation cards. Like you've been really, really like going inwards, like traveling inwards, like exploring the inner landscape. I love that saying, like inner landscape, because it truly is like a whole landscape inside of you, and you've been really like exploring that, and the cards want to congratulate you that. And like you honestly, like I feel like you're the group that like knows most of your secrets out, like already, you know. Like you've been keeping contact with spirit, like you've been keeping contact with your guides, with the universe, with God, like whatever that version is for you. Like you've been keeping contact with the spiritual world, and especially through meditation, like your way of meditation. Like obviously there is the really classical way of meditating, just sitting down, like, and kind of not focusing on like the present moment, focusing on your breath, like so much so that you're traveled out of the experience, the 3D world, you know. But there's so many ways of really having this way of meditation, feeling this way of meditation. Like so many things can be really meditative, like going on a walk, like taking a bath, like going swimming, like washing your dishes, whatever that is for you, wherever you channel your messages, your downloads. I think you've been having a lot of those, and for the better as well. The King of Swords, I read it as a really cutthroat energy, like dish, like just just like a sword, like just cutting through bullshit, cutting through everything that can be cut out of your life. You have done that, and that's definitely like your secret recipe. Like I feel like you're super harsh group number 3, like any, like also like I understand now. Like you chose the illustration with the girl with, like she's showing your back to you. Like you're really like untouchable, like unreachable to people, and like that's why people have been talking a bit of shite, like talking a bit behind your back, is because you're not like letting them get to you anymore like you used to, and like that's bothering people, honestly. Like you're being really cutthroat, you're cutting out people like left, right, and center, like anything that's not working for your highest good, like gone, you know. And it's been rubbing people the wrong way, and I feel like you've been cutting out friends, especially like the 3 in reverse. Yeah, it groups of people, like maybe, and that's totally okay. Like you can have friends for periods of your life, and when they don't resonate with you, like it's really fair to be like, I don't see the point of like us being friends again, or us hanging out, because you're not resonating anymore with the energy and like the place I want to be with, you know. Like, I want to surround myself with people, like-minded people and individuals that really see where I'm coming from and really resonate with the energy that I'm giving off. And if I'm like being weird to you, I mean, if you don't fuck with me, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. If you don't if you don't F with me, like, goodbye, like, good riddance. And rightfully so, group number 3. Like, I feel like I need to be a bit stronger like you in this type of way, where I just still let people that, you know, are not really for me, like, still like entertain them and stuff, but at the end, like, nothing really good ever comes out of that. So I really admire you for that and congratulate you for that. Yeah, let's see. 9 of Wands. I feel like, yeah, you had been like burnout. Like, people were burning you out, people were like fueling your fire, you were like getting mad, like you were getting angry at people, like, for not understanding where you're coming from, for not like really understanding like what you needed from them, and like you've been like, you were mad. And totally understandable, you know, like, but you've realized like you had to let them go. Like, you can't change how people view you, you can't change anything like outside of you, like that's unchangeable. Like, the only thing you really have control over is like yourself, your own actions, and what you do. And like, you've really, really accepted that, and you've looked at that, and you've meditated on it, and you've just cut out anything and everything that like just doesn't resonate with your energy anymore, and you've been so much more fulfilled because of it. Like, look at that. Like, the 10 of Cups is such a beautiful card. It's a card of fulfillment. Like, let me do a little zooming for you. There we go. Look at that. So beautiful, just so happy, total fulfillment, like, beautiful, beautiful, amazing. And yeah, it's really because you've been really looking inwards and really like listening to your body, listening to your inner voice, and seeing what it has to say, and you've been so better off because of it. Listening to your body is so difficult because, you know, we can get cravings and stuff, but like looking past that, like looking past the clouds also. Yeah, talking about clouds, like I see here clouds, like you've been really looking past the smoke, like past the smoke of the mirrors, and really being able to look at things in a truthful way. Like, especially with the King of Swords, like it's such like a piercing card. Like, you've been looking past the smoke of like the illusion of it all, and really focusing on what is truly important, which is at the end like our own fulfillment and happiness, and our empathy towards the world, the people, and the earth, you know. That's what's truly is important, like our connection with ourselves and our connection with others, and being connections that lift you up and like lift up the world and place you want to live in. And like, if it doesn't resonate, like it's totally okay to like say goodbye and let that go. And honestly, like, people find that concept really difficult because people stick to things they know, stick to old friends, like because they've known them forever, like, oh, I just like have done this forever, or like it's just the way things are done, or I know this person for so long a time ago. But like, honestly, if it doesn't resonate with how you feel right now, then what's the point of it? And you've really, really like understood that concept, and you've really like integrated into your life. And oh my goodness, the trash outside. So yeah, really, really nice. Let's see if I can get one more card, one more secret that is kept from group number 3. Right. Intuition, baby. Intuition. Yeah, you've been really, really focusing on your intuition, on like your inner voice. And also the light at the end of the tunnel. We got the Queen of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles for me is a card like of light at the end of the tunnel, of being able to finally see the reward after the hard time. Like, it doesn't feel good to cut people off and to cut things off, you know, that you've been used to, because at the end, like, we're creatures of habits, and once we break those habits, like, it's difficult for us, you know, and like it gives us a hard time. But after a while, you see the light, and you notice how like good your life is once you make those changes. And you have your intuition to thank for that. Intuition for me manifests itself in creativity and creation, but that's just because I lean towards that a lot. And for a lot of people, intuition, it can manifest in infinite ways, because we're infinite people with different personalities and different needs and different like wants, you know. But being able to hone in on your inner voice in whatever way you see fit, like, that's the importance of it. And that's so yeah, connection with spirit, connection with the higher things above, you know. I call it spirit, but please feel free to put in your own word in there, you know. And also that's clear quartz to you, like, it's connection to your higher self, connection to spirit. It's a communication crystal for me, like, at least it's going back to your inner self. Like, I see myself as a seed, the seed of a universe. Like, my mind is the seed that creates like the universe in some type of way, you know. Just as like every seed planted creates a whole forest, and plants with all different things that together creates the forest, our universe, you know. We're all our own seeds that create the forest landscape of what is the world. So, something to think about. I don't know if that made sense, but hopefully it did, group number 3. And I'm so grateful and so happy you came with me and took this reading. If you liked it, please give it a like. It shows me that it shows me to make more content like this, and that you enjoy content like this. I appreciate you so much, and I send you all my love, all my everything. Everything. I send you everything. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and you're doing so good, and so I'm so proud of you, honestly, group number 3. So keep it up, and I'll hear you and speak to you very, very soon. Goodbye, group number 3. Goodbye.